What is going on, guys and gals? Welcome back. Feeling a little bit better. My voice is here, so hopefully you guys can get through this with me. But we are back with another video. Currently, we're looking at MLB DFS for Friday edition. We've got some early games on Friday. Normally Friday, they usually start at the normal, 7 p.m. Eastern time, but not this week. So we'll kind of look at this. We'll kind of see how that plays out. So obviously some of these plays are going to be out of contention unless you're playing like the all-day slates that are offered. So we're still going to do the normal thing. We're going to go through every single pitcher on the slate. So we're going to look at this, check out every single pitcher on the slate, and kind of talk about it, look at the batters that they faced, who's had success against them. At the end of that, we're going to go over the top BVP as well. And then out of all of the pitchers that we're looking at, if you click the link down below in the description of the video, that is today's article. Those will be the pitchers out of all of these that we like the most. And a lot of people have said they've had success, and hopefully you guys have as well. If you have, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button if you have not already. If this video gets 35 likes on it, we'll throw a FanDuel and DraftKings GPP lineup down below, and we'll pin it down there. So close to it yesterday. I know we can get it today. That being said, if you want to try to win a free day pass to FTA Plus, all you have to do is be a subscriber, like the video, and tell me who's going to hit a home run, what inning they're going to hit it in, and the distance the ball traveled. The ball traveling distance is just in case people have multiple of the same person. Only one person can win per player, and it'll be the person who's closest without going over. But multiple people can win if you choose different batters. So that being said, we're going to do what we do first. We're going to look at the betting odds, and we'll jump into who's had success. We'll look at, who's projected to win. Now, obviously, with baseball, anything can happen. Same thing with pretty much any sport, but we'll definitely check out the Vegas odds right now. So before we get started with the odds, again, I apologize for my voice. It's very raspy. I've been drinking lots of fluids to help hopefully get it at least good enough for you guys to be able to hear me. So if you can, I apologize. This is not normally how it is. Woke up, lost my voice past couple of days. So looking at the very early game, the Yankees at the Rays. Yankees open up as a favorite on the road, 135 money line with 8.5 over under. Again, the Rays, anything can happen there. The Nats at the Dodgers. Dodgers open up as a pretty good favorite at 250 money line, minus 250 money line, 8.5 over under. Rockies at the Giants. I'm surprised, but the Giants are open up as a slight favorite, 128 money line, 8.5 over under there. Angels head to Florida to face the Blue Jays. Blue Jays opening up currently right now, 135 money line favorite, 9.5 over under. Depending on when you watch this video, I'm going to assume most of these have changed by then. Tigers at the Indians. Indians open up as a 173 money line favorite, even though they have a worse record, which crazy. The Indians are supposed to be better. I get it. It's cold. Let's go. Phillies at the Braves. You got the Braves open up as a slight favorite right now at 125 money line, 8.5 over under. Padres at the Rangers. Padres still without Fernando Tatis on the road. They're open up as a favorite, money line 168, 9 over under. Athletics at the Astros. I mean, there's a reason why. The Astros open up as a 158 money line favorite, 9 over under, and then the Reds at the Red Hot Reds open up only as a slight favorite, which is crazy. That's kind of crazy. Only minus 115. They're 5-1 against the Diamondbacks. That's crazy. Anyway, 115 money line with a 9 over under. So 9 games. It's kind of weird to have only 9 games on a Friday. They did this last year. Usually Fridays are the day that every single team plays, but maybe this is what we're going to do with scheduling from now on. So I've made the screen big enough for you guys. Hopefully you can read it. Again, after we get through all these, if you want to see the handful of pitchers we like the most out of these, click the link down below. That will be the article with them. So Kluber here, 27 plate appearances against the Rays, which the current roster, I should say. Obviously, he's faced them before being in the American League, but teams, the Rays usually make up a lot of different players, a lot of turnover there. So out of the 27 plate appearances, 231 batting average, struck out 25.9% of the batters he's faced. Now, when I say that, if you dig into the numbers, it could be one person he's faced the most. And then we kind of saw that yesterday. Looking at that, like Zunino, he's 15 at-bats. So out of the 27 at-bats, Zunino's been the guy who's faced him the most. Only 2 hits, has that home run. Other than that, Kluber's had pretty much success against them because he hasn't seen him a lot. So I always like Kluber here. The problem is he only lasted 4 innings his last start, gave up 5 hits, only 2 runs. One of them earned. One, it was a home run, but did have 5 Ks. So, we need at least, it would be nice if he could get at least 6 innings. He needs to get that quality start, but he did pretty good. And that was against Toronto. They're a pretty hot-hitting team as well. So looking at that, I don't mind. Again, it depends. If you play the all-day slate, then you're going to have to stay tuned to see who's in, who's out, so you can make some adjustments since this game is earlier than normal. So on the flip side of that, surprised he didn't get hurt in his first game, but Rich Hill, 29 plate appearances against him. The Yankees normally mash lefties, except John Means last, 2 days ago. And John Means is a better pitcher than Rich Hill right now. I'll put it that way. Rich Hill lasted 4 innings against the Marlins, 4 earned runs, 1 home run. Did have 4 Ks, though. Against this current Yankees team, though, 29 plate appearances, struck out 20.7, a 320 batting average. If we dig into the bats that have success here, LeMahieu's 4 for 12 with 2 doubles and a triple. You always got to get him up top there. He's going to get at least 4 at-bats there. Jay Bruce is 1 for 4. That 1 hit was a home run. Had a home run the other day. Brett Gardner's 2 for 5. If Aaron Judge is out of the game, so Aaron Judge was out on Wednesday night with an oblique soreness. Normally he's sore and then he just doesn't play. Hopefully it's not an IL stint. If Judge is out, Brett Gardner will play. If Judge is in, Gardner probably sits. So still love a Yankee stack here. Probably looking at DJ LeMahieu, Stanton, Clint Frazier, Judge. Just depends if he's going to be in there. But I just don't trust Rich Hill enough. If you want to go very contrarian, a very low-owned one, I think you definitely could be looking at Rich Hill, but I don't trust him against this Yankees team at all. Second game on the slate, the Nats at the Dodgers. Joe Ross versus Walker Buehler. Now, Ross, 35 plate appearances. It's hard to take a pitcher against the Dodgers no matter who it is. Joe Ross, 35 plate appearances, 25.7 K percentage, 419 batting average against him. Looking at what Dodgers bats have had success against him in the past. Corey Seager's 5 for 7, batting .714 with a home run. He started off the year extremely hot. Love Corey Seager here. Justin Turner, 2 for 7 with a double. It just depends who's going to be in there. Cody Bellinger I like. Muncy I like. He's 2 for 2. Will Smith, if he's starting catcher, 2 for 2 with a double. So, again, I think a viable option, pretty much any slate you're playing would be, we're looking at a Dodgers stack of some sort. Flip side of that, Walker Buehler had a terrible spring. Atrocious spring to start. This will be his second start of the year. 53 plate appearances against the Nats, 32.1 K percentage, 204 batting average. Now, looking at these numbers, if we dig into the bats here, you've got, Starlin Castro's 3 for 10, so he's batting 300, so that boosts the number up. Juan Soto, 2 for 10, that's there. Victor Robles, 3 for 7 with a triple, and then he's had success against pretty much anyone else, but the 3 for 10 being 300 definitely jumps that up a bit. Walker Buehler in Colorado in his first start of the year, 6 innings, 2 earned runs, 1 home run, but it's Colorado, which is good. Only 4 Ks. I do like that, though, Walker Buehler. I would be looking at Walker Buehler. In this game, I don't want any exposure to Joe Ross unless you make, 150 lineups. Of course you're going to throw Joe Ross in there because everyone's going to be stacking the Dodgers, and if Joe Ross goes off, boom, you're well ahead of everybody else. Joe Ross, most likely 99% chance that he doesn't go off, and that's what I'm expecting. Flip side of that, Walker Buehler. I love Walker Buehler here. The Nats obviously were delayed to start the season there. They're still not caught up as much as like the other teams. They still have talent, obviously, but they have a bunch of people on the COVID list. I mean, hell, they signed Jonathan Lucroy, and then he started a game. He started their opener, and he was only with the team like 2 days or something. So the team's still, we're still waiting on news. How long are they going to be out with COVID? When can they come back? A lot of those bats are there. So you're seeing a lot of other guys that you probably wouldn't see this early in the season. So I definitely liked Walker Buehler pitching at home at Dodger Stadium. Rockies at the Giants here. Austin Gomber versus... I waited. We still don't know who's pitching for the Giants. So we don't have anything to go off of. Gomber's never faced anyone on the team before. I take a flyer on Gomber for GPP. Cash, I wouldn't. And we're still waiting on who the Giants pitcher is. Same thing here. You've got the Angels at the Toronto Blue Jays. And Andrew Heaney. I find it very hard to believe he hasn't faced anybody on this Blue Jays team. Let me check that out real quick. Yeah, he has. He's given up 6 hits and 33 at-bats, a .214 batting average, 2 home runs, one to Marcus Semien, obviously, who was with the A's, so they've played each other a ton. Rowdy Tellez. So, Semien is 2 for 4 with a home run. No, he's 4 for 19 with 2 doubles and a home run. Rowdy Tellez is 1 for 2 with a home run. So, outside of that, I mean, you would still be looking at Biggio, who's started off the season extremely slow. Grichuk, who probably should be in there against the lefty. Vlad Guerrero, Lourdes Gurriel Jr. We're looking at Teoscar Hernandez. I would be looking at a Blue Jays stack in this. Still waiting on who's going to be the pitcher for the Blue Jays, but I wouldn't mind an Angel stack either. We got to wait to see who's going to be the pitcher there. Next up, Tigers at the Indians. You got Julio Teheran versus Zach Plesac. Teheran here is against the current Indians roster. 117 plate appearances, only a .218 batting average, which is pretty good because considering 117 plate appearances is a lot there. 23.1 K percentage. This is not the same Teheran that was there when for the Braves, the ace of the Braves staff. So if you're thinking about that, he's a shell of his former self in that aspect. Plesac, 72 plate appearances, 246 batting average, 19.4 K. So Teheran did just pitch against this same team on Saturday, went 5 innings, gave it 4 hits, 1 earned run, which was a home run, and had 3 Ks. If we could get 5 innings out of him again, and the Indians kind of are lackluster like they were, again, it was a very cold series, so people are going to see that and then jump over Teheran. It was cold in Detroit. It's going to be a little bit better in Cleveland here, so bring that to your thought process when you're building your lineups. Teheran in GPP, I don't mind, but I would be going Plesac in cash for sure. Indians bat that's have success against him in the past. Once it loads, Cesar Hernandez, 9 for 44, 2 doubles, 4 home runs, but that's only a .205 batting average, striking out 10% of the time, or 10 times, which is 19.2%. Rosario, if he plays, 5 for 22, 2 doubles, 2 triples. Franmil Reyes with 2 home runs. Eddie Rosario with a home run. It just depends. I don't know if I'll have any exposure to Teheran. If I do, it'll be very slightly in a one-off tournament. Plesac, on the other hand, I love him in this one. The Tigers, they played a little bit better than I think they probably should have to start the season. Other than Akil Baddoo, like crazy. Plesac should be in a good spot here. I would take Plesac in cash. I would take Teheran in GPP. The Phillies at the Braves is the next game. You got Zach Wheeler versus Charlie Morton. Wheeler, 202 plate appearances, only a .246 batting average against him, 24.8 K percentage. Flip side of that, Charlie Morton, 147 plate appearances, 24.5 K percentage, a .252 batting average. Digging into the bats, I would venture to guess Freddie Freeman's probably at the top. Freddie Freeman has absolutely destroyed Zach Wheeler. 17 for 38, 4 doubles, 2 home runs. It's a 447 batting average. I love Freddie Freeman in that case. Acuna is batting .273. He's got 6 hits, 2 doubles, 2 home runs. So 4 of the 6 hits have been extra base hits, 2 of them being home runs. Dansby Swanson hasn't had success. Marcell Ozuna, 5 for 26, a double, a triple. That's only 192. So you could pick and choose your players here. Pablo, but he's probably not going to start. But he's been doing pretty good when he does get in there. But yeah, so, I mean, you don't necessarily have to stack, but if you want, I would take Freeman and Acuna here against Wheeler. And then the flip side of that, Phillies bats who've had success against Morton, being with the Pirates for however long he was with the Pirates for. Gene Segura, 11 for 48, that's 229. That's a double and 2 home runs. You got Didi, 8 for 28. Saw him with, obviously saw Charlie Morton with the Astros and the Rays being with the Yankees for a few years. Bryce Harper, 7 for 12 with a triple and a home run. That's 583. That could be a good one. That could be a player you pick for your home run contest. So could Freddie Freeman. JT Realmuto, 4 for 14. So yeah, I mean, there are some one-off bats here, but I would rather take Charlie Morton in this sense. If he can go at least 5-6 innings. I know a lot of pitchers are still building up their arm streak, building up their stamina to, not get hurt. We're going to see a lot of injuries this year, I believe. I think we're going to. The way last year played out, unfortunately, that's what we're going to see. But I would be looking at Morton here for cash. I don't know if I'll have any exposure to Wheeler. Padres at the Rangers here. You got Joe Musgrove versus Kohei Arihara. Let's see what he did. I can't remember. No, he got lit up, right? Yeah, he got lit up against the Royals. The Royals. They who started off pretty damn good. Oh, he didn't get lit up. I mean, he went 5 innings, 3 earned runs, 1 K. He didn't give us a lot of fantasy points. I do remember that. The problem is he went 5 innings, only struck out 1 batter, and that was the Royals. Now he's got the Padres. I won't have any exposure to Arihara. Joe Musgrove only facing 10 plate appearances, 375 batting average. I mean, Joey Gallo at any time is capable of mashing home runs. So that's what I'd be looking at. Joey Gallo's 2 for 3 with a home run, or the triple. That would be the bat I'd be looking at. I don't mind. I mean, the numbers are obviously skewed. I don't think I'll have exposure. I won't have any exposure to Arihara. He will. My player pool, he's out. Musgrove, I'll mix and match there. But again, the Rangers have been hitting some long balls too. So we know they can put up runs. We saw the opening day. Probably continues throughout and it's at home where they can have the stadium open or closed. And I'm going to do a stadium breakdown when I have a better voice. I'm going to do a stadium breakdown again, an updated breakdown with numbers. In Texas, they can choose to have the stadium open or closed, and the humidity is going to play a factor. It won't play a factor right now, but we'll have a breakdown later on. So definitely make sure you stay subscribed here, and we'll have that breakdown. We've got the Athletics at the Astros. Sean Manaea versus Lance McCullers. Manaea, 183 plate appearances, 14.2 K percentage. Kind of a low K percentage. Again, though, Astros have a lot of righties that can mash, and Manaea is a lefty, so that scares me a little bit. Only giving up a 253 batting average, but he just faced the Astros, what have been, Saturday? Probably? Sunday. Sunday, Manaea went 4.2 innings, 6 hits, 5 earned runs, 2 home runs, and that was at Oakland, so a bigger park. Correa's 5 for 28. Bregman's dominated him, 8 for 28. 3 of those hits are home runs. Altuve has a home run. Gurriel has a home run. Martin Maldonado has a home run. Kyle Tucker has a home run. Still kind of cheap. Still going to play. Could be in contention there. So I'm probably avoiding Manaea. Going for a Houston stack here. Lance McCullers making his second start of the year against the same team he started against last week. Is it same matchup last Sunday? No, he pitched last Saturday. McCullers, 127 plate appearances against him. 259 batting average, but he struck out 25.2 batters he's faced. So looking at the A's batters that he's had success or have success against him. Elvis Andrus, 8 for 16 with a home run, 3 triples or 3 doubles. Mitch Moreland, 3 for 15 with a home run. Matt Chapman, 4 for 12 with 3 doubles. Last start for McCullers, 5 innings, 1 earned run, 7 Ks in Oakland. I would definitely lean to McCullers here. If you don't feel comfortable with cash, GPP, but you need a little bit of exposure to McCullers. Then the final game on the slate, you got the Reds at the Diamondbacks. Chase Field is a mini Coors. They put humidifiers or dehumidifiers in the stadium a few years back. I don't know. It's still allowing some home runs. The Reds they might be the hottest hitting team in the league right now. There's 0% chance I'll have any Widener here. Looking at Cincinnati stack for sure. I would be looking at Molly here for sure as well. I mean, Nick Castellanos says dominate. Almost every single player on the Reds has hit a home run or has been dominating. So that is what I'm looking at. I'm looking at a Red stack. I'll have some exposure to Molly here, but not a lot. But the Reds, that's a team I'm going to be looking at. Definitely. I think they're, and the cool thing is they're the last game on the slate. So whatever you're playing, you build your lineups out. You go to bed early. If they mash, you could wake up to some cash. Wasn't supposed to rhyme, but it did. So looking at that, I am definitely getting some exposure there. Definitely the Reds might be my favorite stack on the slate. So then just kind of looking at some off the top here, BVP numbers. We've gone through them all, but you can just kind of see. We'll just go by home runs. We'll have by hits in the article down below. Cesar Hernandez, 205 batting average against Tehran, but has 4 home runs and 2 doubles. Bregman, 3 home runs. Acuna, 2 home runs. Freeman, 2 home runs. Segura, 2 home runs. Franmil Reyes, 2 home runs. So if you want to see the BVP, not only is it in the article down below, but we have our own page on the site. Under MLB tab, you can check out the 2020 stats. You can check out the 2021 stats, updated every morning. You can check out the BVP. We then have the Bacon Station, which has a ton of stats for you guys. Only to Premier customers, though. So if you want to sign up, you can go to fantasyteamadvisors.com/plans. You can hit the month. You can check us out for a day. You can get a day pass for $1.99. If you like it, go to the month. A lot of great information for that day pass. That'll give you information for MLB and NBA for the day. If you do the month pass and use the promo code YouTube21, you're going to get half off a month pass. You're going to get a month access to baseball, basketball, MMA, PGA, NASCAR. So we're super excited to bring you guys that content. Hopefully you find it helpful. Hopefully you find it useful. If you guys would not mind, hit that like button and subscribe button to this YouTube page if you have not already. Go check out all of our social media. Go check out our website. Check the article out down below. The more views it gets, the more I know you guys want to see it. So hopefully this breakdown was good for you. I know it was a little bit longer, but hopefully I covered everything. If there are certain things you'd like to see in these videos and articles, let me know. Trying to make these articles these videos informative. I don't know what else I could go over, but possibly in the article we'll have some weather, but our cheat sheet has weather. It's got the breakdown of the weather, if the bats are pitching are better, the way the wind is going, and then if there's going to be like any rain concerns, postponement concerns, delay concerns. So a lot of free information out there, but we do offer even more for FTA Plus. So that's what I've got for you guys. Thank you so much for checking us out. If you haven't already subscribed, do that. If you've been a subscriber with us, hit that like button. And again, if you guys want to win content, you know what to do. So good luck today. Let me know how you've been doing. Check out our Discord link down below as well. And let's bring home some bacon, guys. Peace.